Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys your weekly soul connection reading. And so this is going to be for today's date, which is Monday, June 28th, going all the way until Sunday, July 4th. So this could be for any kind of a soul connection, twin flame, soulmate, maybe something else. At the end of the day, we're not focused on labels here, just focused on the energies between you and this person. So today what we're actually doing is we're going to take the outline of a reading that I actually offer on my website for people that want to kind of get some energies as well as information about a connection and separation. So it's actually called my twin flame separation reading, but we're going to just apply it to your person instead of saying twin flame, okay? Because we don't like to focus on labels for the soul connection reading. So anyways, what we're going to do is just follow that outline that I've created and get started. So everything that you guys see that I'm using here on camera, I'll let you guys know what I'm using as I shuffle each deck. Everything will be listed down below. This beautiful Organite is called the Divine Masculine New, created by Michelle from Wing & Bell. Let's get started. So let's see, what is causing your person and you to be in separation and no contact with you? So if you guys are dealing with a situation where there's challenged, conversations, or there is a separation, no contact, either of those things, let's see what this energy is. So what is causing this energy? What is the deal? What is the situation? We're going to go into my Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck and just kind of get a couple of cards to see what is coming up for this. What is causing your person to be in this conflict or separation, no contact with you? Okay, so we have Spirit of the Pumpkin, we have Spirit of the Skulls, and we have Spirit of Communication. So this is kind of interesting because we are talking about some type of, stressed or challenged communication or even no communication. So we're going to go ahead and clarify with some oracle cards. This is called the Madame Endora's Fortune cards. So let's get Spirit of the Pumpkin. We have Fire, so we'll put that there. We've got Hindrance, interesting. And we have the Wolf. Wow, okay. And now we're going to clarify with Tarot. Love this deck. This is called, what is this one called? It's from Ciro Marchetti. And now I'm forgetting what the tarot card is, or the tarot deck is called, but that's okay because I'm going to put it down below. And I put everything in order of appearance, so it's easy to find. But it's, I think, available for purchase on Amazon. So let's go ahead and clarify that Spirit of the Pumpkin fire energy. We have the King of Cups. King of Cups can be Scorpio's energy, you guys. So I'm going to put these aside because we are going to go through it one by one. Spirit of the Pumpkin fire. Okay, so first of all, we have autumn, harvest, and midnight. And now we have fire, reckless actions that lead to conflict. Let me go ahead and straighten this out. I'm not sure what the heck the deal is here. Well, it might just be the fact that these are all just different height cards, so it looks a little crooked. But anyways, autumn, harvest, midnight. Something could have happened in the autumn season, okay, where there was some sort of conversation or some sort of temperament with fire, very fiery energy. Could be like fire and water clashing, right? So could be a fire sign and a water sign combination here, but this is about anger. This is about being reckless. This is about actions that have created some sort of conflict in your connection. The King of Cups coming up in the upright position tells me that this might be somebody who has a lot of emotions, but they're not necessarily wearing these emotions on their sleeve. Kind of like this midnight. Midnight is like that darkest hour, right? Just kind of keeping it to themselves. That harvest energy, rather than bringing something forth and something growing between the two of you, it's almost like we're growing with the energy of fire instead of earth. So to me, there's just like a lot of conflict, maybe even a lot of hostility, a lot of anger that somebody has. Maybe they have a really emotional but fiery temperament. So this person could also be hot and cold as well with fire and water, okay? So because of this, it makes it very difficult for your connection to grow. Now we have the Spirit of the Skulls. Somebody could definitely have some sort of a mental illness, or there could be an illness connected to them or someone else. And so it's just kind of creating a lot of heavy energy because now we have hindrance. Fate has blocked this path for you. So what I want to tell you guys, if you've experienced a lot of sadness or heartache or melancholy or even depression with this person, maybe even borderline have just been almost ill yourself over this person, this is about being, realizing that sometimes things that are not coming forth, or a person blocking us, or something's just not working out right now, it actually might be for our highest good right now. So we are kind of being asked to look at it in a way of like a blessing in disguise right now. Doesn't mean that spirit's going to, or fate's going to block this path for you forever, but maybe right now you're being blocked from this person, or they're blocking you out because there's some sort of a temperament or something that's just creating a lot of harm and a lot of drama. Okay? So let's get a tarot with this. What's the energy here with this hindrance? Spirit of Skulls. We have Lover's energy, you guys. Somebody could be with someone else. That's not going to apply to everybody. So only take it if it resonates. Somebody's in another relationship. So if somebody else is in another relationship and they're trying to maybe get together with you or have a relationship with you, that's never going to work out right. That's never going to start off on the right foot. It doesn't mean that this person can't get their affairs in order and move forward with you in a positive way at a later date, but they're not going to do that while they're with this person. A lot of people try to do that. They try to have an extramarital affair and they come up with all the reasons in the world why they're doing it, but then they have no intention of leaving their other person. They're codependent on that, or maybe a partner is codependent on them. But whatever the situation is, it's just usually an entanglement, a web that you don't even want to get caught up in. So if some of you guys have been caught up in a web with this person, if something has happened, this is good, because this is actually giving them and you an opportunity to take a step back and say, you know what? Is this what I want? Am I going to put my best foot forward to try to get out of this entanglement? Am I going to put my best foot forward to make things work with you and I? Or am I going to continue to stay in an unhappy situation, or whatever the deal is? So some of this behavior from someone might have made you or someone just quite ill or even sick. The Lovers can be an indication of the connection to Gemini. Some of you guys could see this as a twin flame connection with Gemini coming up as well. But Lovers usually is a choice. The choices that we're making are not choices that we're making that's the best right now. So someone is making choices that aren't the best and that are creating a lot of illness, melancholy, and sadness and depression. So it's either you making these choices or someone else making this choice for you. Whatever this is, though, you're actually not really being hindered by this. This is actually saving you from a lot of future grief right now. So now we have Spirit of Communication with the Fool. I don't know why I said the Fool, the Wolf's energy. Beware of who you trust. So again, you guys, this could be a situation where you really cannot trust someone right now. Why? If they're with someone else and they're trying to make a connection work with you, why would you think that they wouldn't lie to you? If they're lying to their current partner, they're most likely lying to you as well. If there's no other person or a third party situation, it could just be that right now you may not be able to trust this person because they're very hot and cold. They're in contact with you and then they're pulling away, and it leaves you feeling confused. Like, I just don't understand what's going on. So again, this could be a wolf in sheep's clothing. You may want to see this person as something that maybe they're really not. And you just could be caught up with the way that you feel rather than really utilizing your logic. Yeah, Nine of Wands. This is telling you to protect yourself because there's someone in a situation that you can't trust. If someone's coming forward and they're trying to make communication with you and you just feel like something's still off, or they're just blowing sunshine up your, you're probably right. Okay, so to me, this is a separation that is most likely needing to continue to occur for quite some time until someone can get their affairs in order. That's what I'm getting here. Or just get their behavior or their issues, whatever's going on here, under control. Because as long as they're in this energy, it's not serving you in the most positive way. Now, this could, of course, be your own energy as well, as in maybe there's just a lot of up and down energy, a lot of behavioral stuff going on, a lot of depression, a lot of emotional just energy. And it's really difficult to have a successful connection with someone when there's a lot of trauma, a lot of issues, a lot of unresolved stuff. So whatever this hindrance seems to be, it's actually a blessing in disguise is what I'm seeing here. So continue to protect your energy. Maybe also cut off communication. If this communication is going back and forth and it's creating a lot of melancholy and sadness or just straight up confusion for you, maybe cut it off. Maybe If that's what you need to do, block someone. That might be what you need to do. Could also be to set yourself free from being connected to them or anybody connected to them on social media. So whatever this is, blocking might be the correct thing for you to do, so that way this is no longer a hindrance in your mental space or energy field. Okay? So this is what is causing your person to be in a separational contact with you. A lot of choices that they need to make that they're not making, or a lot of changes that they need to make that they're not making. And so that is creating a hindrance as well. So it's a blessing in disguise. So I know that that sounds kind of harsh, but that is the energy that we're getting. So what is your person's mind and heart and spiritual connection with you? Okay. So at the end of the day, regardless of what they're going through, what is the energy that they're in when they connect with you? This right here is called the Goddess Oracle. So let's get their mental energy. We have the Lakshmi, abundance. To me, this is very much an Empress energy. It's very abundant. It's very, you're attracted to this person. We also have that lotus. So she's coming right out of the lotus. We also have those elephants, like Ganesh type of energy here as well. So to me, this is someone who looks at you and they see how abundant you are. They actually see how beautiful you are and that you have so much potential. There's so much potential. You may even be their ideal partner, but for whatever reason, they have something else that is holding them back, but they're allowing it to hold them back. This right here is my Arrows of Love Oracle. Yeah, phantom lover, fantasy. They really, really have a lot of fantasies about you, or they're projecting a lot of fantasies onto you. You're like their fantasy lover. If some of them are in a relationship right now or a marriage that has gone sour or stale, you might have been that person that just comes into their life and they have this like just beautiful, amazing energy with. But again, phantom. It's like it's not based in reality. They might just spend time with you, but then go back to their situation. This is my Arrows of Love Tarot. Yeah, it's unfair too. It's baloney, you guys. It's just bull. So unfair, 5 of Arrows, which is the 5 of Swords. It's just, it's not right. 5 of Swords to me usually indicates someone's behavior that's very selfish. It's very selfish to you to kind of keep you there, but not completely 100% give you all of them. So some of you guys are just dealing with someone who is just having a very difficult time letting go of some sort of behavior or lifestyle. They want it all. That's just what I'm getting here. They want it all. So let's go ahead and go into how their heart space connects with you. We have Nuqua, and I'm not sure I'm saying that right, but we've got order, all right? So what is this order about? Round and round. Wow. Okay. And let's get the tarot here. Okay. 6 of Flames, bullseye. I do feel like your person is trying to be victorious when it comes to creating some sort of order out of how they feel, like an order amidst this chaos that they are in, but they keep going round and round. You know, it's like they're not really getting anywhere. And I got a lot of that energy with these cards that came up before, where it was very much about, a lot of choices that are needing to be made, but unfortunately it's just like no one's really doing what they should do. So to me, this is just explaining that your person is going round and round with their feelings towards you, and they're trying to create some sort of order in all the chaos, and they are trying to successfully, do something here. But at the end of the day, there could just be a lot more of like an ego energy going on than a heartfelt energy. And it doesn't mean your person doesn't care about you. It just means that their head space seems to be like their head's ruling their heart at this time, is what I'm getting with that. So let's see what their spiritual energy is connected to you. Higher self energy. Yamaya, surrender. Beautiful. So this tells me here that your person at the end of the day does want to surrender this mess. They want to surrender this round and round energy. They do want to make a choice. They don't want to stay stuck. And you are some sort of inspiration for them. You're the fire in their soul. There's something about you that lights them on fire. You do something for them that other people can't do. And especially if there's another person in the situation, you certainly do more for them than their partner's doing for them. Yeah, they see you as some sort of a shining bright star, someone that they can start new with. But again, someone is stuck or held up on something, and they're refusing at this time to make a choice because either they feel like they can't, they're codependent, they have a lot of guilt or something going on where they just can't make that decision right now. So it is a lot of excuses, you guys. A lot of you guys are really tired of hearing these excuses. You know, you're getting to a point where you're just like, well, then I don't want to be with this person. Absolutely your choice. No one is telling you to hold on to this situation at all. So let's see what shadows or blockages are presenting themselves right now, okay? What shadows are presenting themselves right now? We're going to go into, from Rising Sun Oracle, the Soul Activation Oracle Deck Shadows Edition. What are the shadows that are presenting themselves right now? Oop, this one just flew right out. Okay, we have repressed. Yeah, somebody's really repressing what they want to do, actually. They're purposely staying blind. It's like they're putting on their blinders so that way they don't have to deal with something. We have unkind, and that of course might come across as very unkind. I'm also getting too that they feel like the world is not fair. Life is not fair. Life has been unkind to them. So there's that melancholy energy. And then we have violent. Interesting. Violent. We did get the energy earlier of anger, fire, hostility. So someone's got a lot of repressed emotions and a lot of repressed anger. And because of this, it's creating in a way like this just catastrophic event, right? An explosion. This could also be you getting upset as well, feeling like it's not fair. And you may have, in a way, almost done some things or said some things out of total anger here. So let's go into my Earth and Sky Oracle and just kind of clarify some of this stuff. So we're going to put these to the side. Earth. It says our home planet, physical form, 3D reality, needs and survival, nature and creation. So immediately what I'm seeing with this particular card is that some of you guys might feel this amazing connection with this person in like this higher realm. Let's just say like a 5D energy. You just feel it, you sense it, everything looks good in that world. But when it comes to the reality, things are not matching up. Things are not panning out. Your needs or your survival or wanting to come together and build a life with this person, that's not coming together. You can only survive on the feeling and the passion and all that stuff for so long until reality sinks in that you and this person may not be able to actually create a life together in the physical world. So I just feel with this card combination that there could be now a lot of this emotion that's starting to kind of bubble up, like boil up like a volcano. So let's go into my Dark Night of the Soul Tarot and get a card here. Oh yeah. Siren of Sorrow is the Queen of Cups. It says head case. So this to me tells me that it is in a way causing someone to feel mental. So it's interesting that we did get that mental, like that illness energy with the spirit of the skulls, melancholy. What is the skull? The skull is the head. It's the way that we're thinking, right? It's what's going on in our head. So we become like a head case over this whole situation. We feel like we're putting our lives on hold. We might be blaming this person for all of our problems. So the shadows or blockages that are presenting themselves right now is that no one is actually in control of our unhappiness or our happiness. We are in control of that. If we are subjecting ourselves to situations where someone is continuously spinning out of control and we attach ourselves to that person and we're relying upon that individual to make choices so we can be happy, that's just usually not going to work out. When we are, I'll be happy when this person does this or when this person does that. If we're putting all of our control into someone else's basket, we're going to end up being a head case. So I do feel with this card coming up, the 3D reality is not matching up with how we feel. And that's creating a lot of shadow. It's creating a lot of stuff, an anger that we may not have been dealing with before or feeling before, and now it's starting to bubble up. Okay. So now that might be one of the reasons why this unkind energy is here. It's like, it feels very unkind. You're hurting me. You're being very unkind to me. Might even also to this person, because they don't want to deal with something, they're turning something around on you and being unkind towards you. So it's not saying it's not happening, but there's that feeling. We have well prepared, doesn't miss a thing, lightning speed response, very watchful eye, Meerkat. Okay, so let's see what this is about. Nine of Decay, alienation. All right. So what I'm seeing what I'm seeing with this is that the unkind energy is how we're feeling in our heart space, right? Or it could be your person as well. They're feeling, like life isn't fair. It's not fair that they can't do the things that they want to do. They don't want to miss out on this opportunity with you, but at the same time, they're alienating you. That's what I'm getting here. So it's like someone's actions aren't matching up with their words or what they're saying to you, how they feel. It's not matching up in the 3D world. So in a way, it's like you guys are alienating yourselves, or they're alienating you. You don't want to miss anything. You don't want to miss out on your opportunity to be with this person. But what's happening is that you're alienating and you're missing out on other opportunities to be happy. So again, it's not about blaming ourselves, but when we blame other people for our unhappiness, it's not fair. I've wasted all this time on you. I've wasted years of my life on you, and you didn't do what you said you were going to do. That we have to take responsibility. That was our choice. So there's a shadow here that needs to be addressed. It needs to be dealt with. We need to realize at some point in our lives, if something doesn't feel right, but yet we keep doing it over and over and over again, we're only abusing ourselves. We're stuck in an abusive cycle. We need to pull out of that energy. Okay? So you don't want to miss out on other opportunities to be happy, especially if this person has been promising you for years that they're going to leave someone. I'm definitely getting here that you need to deal with this. You need to deal with what is going on and what's happening here, because now we have violent. So again, when things don't go the way that we would like, or people take advantages of us, or they lie to us, or they mislead us, it can create a violent response. And I'm not talking about people who are going to lunge and, hit people physically, but it can create a violent response. We throw things in our household. We scream, we yell, we just feel out of control. That's that energy to me. Red, fire. Okay, there it is. So there is a shadow that is coming up, and it's like it's bubbling up for a reason. If we're feeling angry, if we're feeling out of control, it is because we've given our control and our power over to someone else. It needs to be addressed. Now we have Neptune. Neptune is that very fantasy energy. There's a lot of fantasy in this connection. It doesn't mean it's just a fantasy, but it means that there's like this higher, there's this higher energy here. There's like this magical energy that you feel with this person and they feel with you. So what it does is it creates a lot of fantasy, but it also creates a lot of illusions. Okay. It inspires you. Yes, your person's very inspired by you, right? Your person, sees you and they love what they see and they imagine this life with you. But again, they're not willing to put the work in at this time to make it happen. So you might be dealing with someone who's promising you the world, but not delivering. So we can only live on that for so long, right? So let's go ahead and get a tarot here. Some of you guys could be dealing with the Pisces, or you could be a Pisces yourself because it is ruled by Neptune. Age of Rage. Ace of Age. Why did I say Age of Rage? I have no idea. Ace of Wands. Inferno. So it's like, yes, of course, there's a lot of fire here. There's a lot of passion, but that energy can quickly turn to anger because we feel so much, but yet we're not able to have this because it's built upon either illusions, lies, or a fantasy. Somebody is not willing to put the work in the actual physical earth reality, 3D reality at this time. It doesn't mean forever, just at this time. So it's creating a lot of anger, either in them or you or both. So this is a reason why maybe it's not the best time for you guys to be together, because someone definitely needs to get their affairs or their life in order. They need to stop wasting people's time if they're not ready. That's what I'm seeing with this. So what is necessary for each person for their ascension process? So what is your person, what should they do and what should you do in order to ascend and grow in a positive, healthy way? Let's go ahead and take a look at that. What is this energy here? Let's see. We're going to go into my Twin Flame Journey Oracle. my Divine Feminine Healing deck, as well as my Twin Flame Journey Tarot. So let me go ahead and get rid of some of these other cards to make some room. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get the Ascension. So let's focus on your person right now. What is the ascension process that your person is currently attempting at this time? Headspace. A lot of energy about the head. Head case, head space, spirit of the skulls. Okay? I have the ability. Wow. Check this out, you guys. I have the ability to change my mood by the thoughts I am choosing to think. I focus on things that bring me joy, not on things that rob me of my peace. I feel like right now your person is very focused on things that are chaotic. And so it is creating either a violent or rageful or just an angry response in them. They feel out of control. It might also create a lot of energy for you where you're just very much in your head. You're very confused. I feel like your person doesn't know where they stand mentally. You know, they're just really confused. They might see you and they see you, you're very attractive, you're what they want, but they don't know how to get it. Unawakened. And it doesn't mean your person is completely unawakened. It just means that their headspace and this process with choosing to see things in a positive way, they're unawakened in that way. So they would have to awaken and see things and see the silver lining in things before they can actually start to change their reality. So your person right now, their thoughts are not aligning with what they're thinking they want, but they don't know how to make it happen. So I'm getting here that Spirit is actually helping to assist with awakening them at this time. So they're being assisted. I like that. Ace of Pentacles, because this is about an investment in the 3D world. It is about planting some new seeds, but your person can't really plant new seeds right now until they wake up, until they see that they have the ability to change their life, that they're in control of their circumstances. Your person may also be selling themselves out to another, or they're selling themselves out to an addiction or just a way of thinking or even a trauma where they feel like, you know what, I just can't change. I just can't grow. I just can't change my circumstances. So it's very difficult, but Spirit wants growth for this individual. We have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands, trials and tribulations. Remember the Nine of Wands actually came up in the very beginning of the reading. It was very much about protecting yourself from this person or this situation. Nine of Wands, okay? Because this person right now, in a way, can't really be trusted. Why can't they be trusted? It doesn't mean that they're a bad person, but it just means that they don't even know where they stand mentally. So you're going to get nothing but hot and cold from this individual. Better to just not deal with them at all at this stage than to continuously be hurt, you see? So the separation may be actually a good thing. It's not always a bad thing. And we have Knight of Swords, which is connected to the sign of Gemini. So second time Gemini's come up in the reading. Decisive action. So your person is going to have to make a decision. And when they make that decision, their actions will match up with those words. So right now I'm getting here, it's a major mismatch. It's a mismatch that your person is able to do what they say they're going to do. They're just not awakened enough or evolved enough in order for that to happen. So they're working on this. So this is definitely a possibility that they can get to this point, but they're going to have to go through some trials and tribulations. It's almost like whatever burden or whatever cycle that they're currently stuck in has not reached its maximum capacity just yet. So they're on the verge, but they're not quite there yet, you guys. So that's what's happening in your person's ascension energy. Let's take a look and see what's happening with yours. Broken promise. When you're ready, I know you will fix this. So again, this person could have broken a lot of promises to you. They could have promised you a lot of different things, but again, have not delivered. So this, of course, is heartbreaking. This, of course, may fill you with anger and resentment. But this is about you being in this energy. When this person is ready, which they may never be ready, you guys, you know that they'll fix this. So you're essentially, with your ascension right now, you are accepting that when this person is ready, they will take action. But it's up to you whether or not you want to sit around and wait for that. I definitely suggest no one sits around and waits for another. But, you know, you've got to do what's right for you. And even if you were to move on with your life, when this person's ready and if it's meant to be, they'll come back in. We have numbing this out. Numbing this energy, feeling numb, feeling like you just can't even feel anything anymore because maybe you've been so broken or hurt. Yeah, Five of Wands, a lot of conflict and competition. There could be another person or other people in this situation that are creating issues. It's not blaming these other people, but there could be other people involved. Usually Five of Wands will indicate that. Yep, look at that. Karma review, judgment. This is Pluto's energy, Scorpio. This to me tells me that there's a karmic cycle that still has not been completed. You know, there's still some kind of drama or other situation that is outstanding right now. And what that's doing is it's causing a lot of conflict for you, but you're allowing this, okay? You might be numbing out also what you're what your inner self or your higher self is trying to tell you. Your higher self might be trying to tell you, you know what? You need to stop going back into this energy. You need to stop going back for these broken promises. If this person is not able to match up with their words, you know, they're promising things, but they're never delivering. At some point, you've got to break the conflict. You've got to break the cycle. So it is up to you. So some of you guys might be numbing this out. You still don't want to deal with it. That could be it. So there's an ascension that wants to take place here. Yeah, scarcity mindset. Interesting. Mind. So it's all in the headspace. It's all in the mind. It's the way that we see it. Maybe we are afraid. Some of us are afraid of breaking away from this person or this connection because if we do, then it means that we've wasted so much time or it wasn't what we thought it was. At the end of the day, what does any of that matter? We need to save ourselves. We need to regain our own sanity. We need to regain our peace of mind. So it doesn't matter if pulling away does something. What it will do, we have to stop being afraid of that. What we need to do is break away from this pattern because it's not serving us in a positive way. Okay. And it doesn't mean that you can never have hope that you and this person may one day come together, but it just means that right now you're not willing to stay in the drama. You're not willing to stay in the scarcity mindset, because when we hold on so tightly, which the Four of Pentacles indicates, that holding on too tightly to something, we miss all the other opportunities that are out there. And remember, you guys, that was one of the first messages. One of the first messages was we're losing out on everything else. You know, you're going to miss out on other things. So that's absolutely necessary for us to let go. Stop this conflict from ruling our lives. Break this cycle, this even addiction to this drama, to this pain, to whatever this is. Let's no longer pretend it's not happening. Let's no longer make excuses or numb it out. Let's take care of ourselves. Let's start showing up for ourselves today. Okay, let this person work out their stuff. Give them the space and time that they need. And in the meantime, you continue to do you. So you guys, these messages are always the same, but they show up in different ways. Sometimes people need to hear something in 100 different ways before it actually sticks. Okay. So this is not telling you in this reading that you and this person don't have a connection. It's not telling you that we'll never be successful, because no one can actually predict that or tell you that. It just means that right now, if something is causing you a lot of pain, depression, melancholy, illness, or sadness, that doesn't feel good, right? So we need to step away from behaviors that are precipitating that particular feeling. And we need to start showing up for ourselves and taking care of ourselves. That is what this reading is telling us today. So that is what's necessary right now for each person's process, ascension process. So if your person could say anything to you right now, what would they say? This is one of my newest decks called Divine Masculine Revelations. And it's made up of my original Twin Flame Journey messages 1 and 2, just so you guys know. What does your person want to say to you? If they could say anything to you from their higher selves, what would they say? Puzzled. Look at this. That makes a lot of sense to me. Your person definitely is still missing something. It says puzzled. Something is still missing for me, and I'm trying to figure out what that is. Give your person that space and time that they need to figure it out. And if they never figure it out, you're not wasting time sitting around. You're still moving forward and thriving in life. This right here is called the Controversa Tarot. Strength. This is connected to the sign of Leo. It says invisible force. I feel like right now what's going on here is that your person is trying to conjure up the strength and courage to deal with their current enigma, this current puzzle. That's what they're doing. So they're wanting you to understand that I'm trying to create, I'm trying to conjure up the strength and courage to face my issues, to face my problems, but something's still missing for me and I still need time to figure it out. We have heart. It's telling me to just do it. What's interesting about this is that we know that your person is really more in their mental space right now, more in their ego, more in this energy of basically trying to be headstrong rather than heart strong. So their heart is trying to come through and to get them to open themselves up, you know? So that's definitely there. Not sure why one of the cats is crying at this time, but there it is. What else? Magician. It says resourceful, creator, willpower, influence, master, manifester, inspired action, concentration, resourceful, and intellect. So what is the magician? The magician is all about taking action, taking initiative, creating some sort of change, creating something new. I do feel like your person does want to, in their heart space, create something with you, but something is still missing. Something is still holding them back. Again, it's not an excuse, but they're just not as evolved as they need to be in order to make these changes so they can thrive and push forward with you in this connection. It's just still something's off. And last one. Yeah, see, this is the second time, you guys, that we have got two cards that say unawakened. Your person just isn't ready right now. So it's just a confirmation. They're just not ready right now. And I know you guys are tired of hearing that. And if you're tired of hearing that, take it as a sign that maybe it's time for you to wake up and move forward and move on with your life. And if this person and you are meant to be, it'll happen. Spirit will find a way. Fate will find a way. Emperor, divine masculine. Look at this. When you're divine masculine, if you see this person as your divine masculine, this person will take action when they are ready. And it's not going to be before they're ready. They're going to take it when they're ready. So taking action when they're feeling more established, maybe when they're feeling more powerful. We know that right now they're trying to encompass this more powerful type of energy. The magician, you guys, is also connected to the sign of, it's Mercury, Virgo, and Gemini. And now we have Aries. Okay. So this is coming up again. But to me, this is just saying here, when your divine masculine is ready, they'll take action, but they're not going to before then. Or if they do, it's just not going to be successful. So let's give each other time and space in order to get this puzzle or whatever this missing piece is worked out. So your person just wants you to know those things from their higher self. So that's what they would want to say to you. What are the most likely actions that they may take towards you in the future? Let's go ahead and take a look at that energy. Most likely actions that they could take towards you in the future. We're going to go into my twin flame angel numbers. Okay, we have 7-1-1-1. We also have 16-16. And we have 18-18. Okay. Wow. Okay, so this is kind of cool because early on there was something about your person. Remember what was a part of their ascension? A part of their ascension was something about focusing on things that you want, positive things, rather than what you fear. So let me pull that up again. I have the ability to change my mood by the thoughts I am choosing to think. I focus on things that bring me joy, not on the things that rob me of my peace. Focus on what you want rather than what you fear. A balanced mind is required at this time. So it does show me here that your person is in the future here. When it comes to taking actions towards you, it is going to require them to get into a better headspace. And we can see that that's a part of their ascension. So let's go ahead and go into the Robin Wood Tarot here. Robin Wood Tarot to clarify. So triggers brought on by your counterpart are necessary for the healing of past wounds and traumas. I really do feel, you guys, that your person either they're in a karmic cycle with someone else, and that someone else doesn't have to be a romantic partner, even though for some it could be. But there's something they're being triggered in some way by someone in their environment. And it is going to be necessary for them to address these wounds so that way they can heal them and get past them. King of Wands, Leo's energy. So the King of Wands being in the reverse position tells me here that your person is still stuck and they don't feel like they have control. They are still being triggered. They're still not past these wounds and traumas. They still haven't healed. So when it comes to the most likely actions that your person will take towards you, again, until they're feeling more confident and healed, they may take no action, or the action that they could take would be more of this hot and cold energy where the relationship or the connection isn't really going anywhere. So 1616s, your angels are guiding and assisting you towards your financial freedom. Maybe somebody does not feel free. Maybe somebody has a lot of financial obligations or just a lot of hardships right now. And maybe that's really important for your person to get into that emperor's mentality. This emperor is feeling quite free. They're an authority figure. They're powerful. They're stable. They're established. So when they feel confident, they're going to take some sort of action. So again, your person right now is being guided and assisted towards being more financially free and established. So whatever might be an issue as far as a job, a career, financial shambles, child support, alimony, whatever the situation may be, they are working towards a freer energy here. So let's get the tarot on that. Yeah, Ace of Wands, beautiful. I feel like when they get something under control, the most likely action that they may take towards you is to start again. Okay? So there could be movement again. So now we have 1818. Again, focus on what you want rather than what you fear. A balanced mind is required at this time. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is an energy that we're not feeling established. We're not feeling good. But the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse position also indicates here that someone is breaking away from, being alone, and they're opening themselves up to being with other people. So if you and your person have been by yourselves, and you have been in that separation, this could be an indication here of two people coming together. It's not necessarily a reconciliation card, but I am seeing here that if your person wants to turn the situation where the both of you are in separation around, they can. But it is going to be up to their mental capabilities and their energy and feeling like they're in control in order for this to happen. So of course, you guys, anything is possible. That's what Spirit's trying to bring forth here. Anything is possible, but your person definitely has to feel like they're more in financial control before they feel confident enough to move forward with you, whatever that means. Okay. My readings are not going to resonate for every single person that watches them every single week. So that's why I always say it's important. Only take what resonates for you. This may not be your story this week, but I'm definitely picking up on third-party situations or people that just have some kind of just like an issue or something that's holding them back from you, whether it's behavioral trauma, whatever it is, something is in the way. And it's not blaming that exterior thing, but it's just telling you that your person is not feeling powerful or confident enough to be able to handle it and face it and just basically move past it. They're still struggling. So we're going to go ahead and end this reading with spiritual guidance with moving forward for the viewer. Okay. So now we're going to go into the Pearls of Wisdom by Sister Moon Tarot. Advice for the viewer. Simplicity. Keep it simple. Stop over analyzing so much. If you're going in loops in your mind, interesting, another card that says mind, distract yourself with something creative or productive. And that's beautiful because you know what? That's the thing. When we focus on something, and it's kind of like your person's lesson, what we focus on, it multiplies. So why not focus on something amazing? Why not focus on something that is working? Let's kind of pull back from our need to focus on things that are just, chaotic. A chaotic energy creates a chaotic mind, and then a chaotic mind is creating chaotic relationships and all kinds of situations around you. So pull back, keep it simple. Try not to focus so much on this person and the problems. We have eliminate self-blame. I'm getting here eliminate blame altogether because, again, blaming someone else for your problems isn't going to help you. Also, blaming yourself at the end of the day isn't going to help you either. But the thing is, though, is that we do need to take responsibility for our lives. So it does say their bad behavior and dismissal of you is not a sign of your worth. It is a sign of their lack of it in your world. So eliminate the need to rake yourselves over the coals because of someone else's actions. So if your person can't get it together right now, if your person simply is just too unawakened, maybe even too ignorant to see things, that's not about you. That is about them. So try not to gauge your self-worth on this person. And last one. Eliminate codependency. You are responsible for everything, or it says you are not responsible. I don't know why I said that. You are not responsible for everything and everyone. Whoever told you that, other people's messages. Wow, I can't talk. I don't know why. This last card just got me tongue-tied. I'm going to start over. Eliminate codependency. You are not responsible for everything and everyone. Whoever told you that other people's messes were yours to clean up was wrong. Okay. I did kind of get a codependency vibe from the very beginning of the reading. Not necessarily for you, for your person. I do feel like your person has a lot of connected energy to other people, and it's a very codependent, unhealthy vibe. They feel like they're responsible for someone else's happiness, or they feel like they've got to clean up somebody else's stuff, or maybe they just feel badly or feel guilty about something. So they're overstaying, or they're allowing someone else in their life to overstay their welcome. Whatever this is, this needs to be eliminated. But again, there's nothing that you can really do except for to just work on yourself, right? We can't make other people do the right thing. We can't make other people heal these addictions, these problems, these issues. All we can do is just try to focus on what we're holding on to. We're not responsible. You're not responsible for this person. Sometimes people can look at connections and say, well, we're this, we're that, and so I am responsible. No one's responsible for anyone but themselves, okay? So we can all kind of get into that trap feeling like we're responsible for someone else's healing. If we're not in the most highest vibration of all, that's the reason why things aren't working out with this person. That's freaking nonsense. People are their own people. Your person has their own energy. I mean, do you want to try to be in high vibrational energy so that way everybody that deals with you is touched by you in a positive way and it just creates like-minded energy? Absolutely. But you're not responsible just because you're having a bad day. If somebody else decides to take that on, if somebody else decides to take it personally, that's not really up to you to decide whether that's, kind of right or wrong. This is about you just taking responsibility for what you're feeling at that time and not feeling like you have to fix everybody. Okay? So whatever this person's mess is on getting here, it's time for you to eliminate yourself from the equation. You can't fix this person's life. So if you guys are fully invested in someone else and you're trying to clean up their shit show of a life, I'm just going to say that, then what's going to end up happening is you're going to feel completely burdened and angry and hostile and resentful in the end. That's what codependency is. So maybe some of you guys, in order to eliminate this codependency, if you relate to that, is to look up what codependency really means. Codependency isn't necessarily about I need to be with another person, even though there's a portion of that in codependency. But Codependence Anonymous, CODA, this is definitely a behavior that stems from childhood. It stems from our upbringing somewhere. And it really is interesting when you start to learn about it, how much it may affect your life and how you may attract certain people into your life that actually help to heal this codependency within you, why you ended up in a situation, why you have connected with a certain person, why you may have been attracted to them in the first place. It could be your codependency at hand. So there's great books out there by an author named Melody Beattie, I think is her name. Codependent No More. There's also, of course, Codependence Anonymous book. All these things you guys can find on Amazon. And I'll probably just put some links down below for you guys if you're interested in it. But it's definitely worth a look through or a read. Maybe even look up a video on codependency on YouTube. And that might be very helpful for you to kind of see, what? Do I have some codependency issues? Maybe somebody else does. Maybe it's kind of trying to understand what? It might be very difficult for someone to break out of that pattern. It's not just, overnight. It's a process. It's healing. So anyways, you guys, those are your messages in the end. Again, just take what resonated with you and discard anything that didn't. And at the end of the day, these readings are just for you, okay? It's about you and your own empowerment and what you can do in order to survive when dealing with difficult situations and people. I wish you guys all the best always, all right? Thanks again for watching. You guys take care. Bye-bye.